boys and girls, it's Bruce Hardman again. We're here doing what happens video, more of a what happens video, not a what if video. I put all the best defensive players on one team, LA. As you can see, the salary cap's way high. I was hoping that it wouldn't be like this, but it's a really stacked team. I thought that some of the lower overall players would still have decent defensive awareness, but that's not how it turned out. It was all high-rated players. Some of them I don't really agree with. Like, I don't know how Patrick Kane has such high defensive awareness. He's more offensive from what I know of him. He's not that defensive, kind of like Phil Kessel, not really defensive at all. Better than Phil Kessel, but still. So I put them all on Los Angeles. I have what happens. I got a goalie. The goalie's only 36 overall, so what happens, or how will he grow with the best defensive team around him? I gave Jonathan Quick to Dallas, and I put Ben Bishop to Detroit because they had the worst goalie that was still in the NHL. I don't think Koru stayed that long, but on this update, the last update I had, he was still there, so I took him. I don't know how long he stayed. I'll leave the computer trades on, but I'm not going to make any trades. I put all of them on 1 year, just 1 year contracts, just in case I do decide to go another year. I didn't want it to be as cheap. Like, I'd still have all these great players. I thought to just see. I don't want assistant coach. I'm going to turn the injuries off so that it doesn't screw up anything in the game. Because I don't want to have, like, my goalie, the 36 overall goalie, get injured because he is all 36 across the board, so he would probably get injured all the time. I'm going to have him play, like, every single game. So I forgot to turn off goalie rotations, because otherwise I'd have to keep going in and out, because he's still lower rated than Koru. I made him as low as I could, 36 overall. His name's Fred Fast, even though he's not fast, he's slow. Fred Fast is one of my favorite names for a goalie. Quick is a good name too, Jonathan Quick. Quick and fast, fast quick. Good names for goalies. I still gave him high franchise potential, so he would grow as much as possible. I think. I don't know if you can possibly make the playoffs with a team that's stacked like that, 100. So we're 100 offense, 100 defense, but our goalies are not good. There's probably better goalies in the AHL that we could call up, but I'm not doing that because that would ruin the whole point of the video. I think it's in here too. No, that's off. Auto rotate goalies off. There we go. That's the way he'll grow more if he's playing every game and I don't have to keep going in and switching them out. So I'll go edit lines. You can check out the team. So we got, like, it's completely stacked. Like, even our fourth line is like Ryan O'Reilly, 88s. I don't agree with some of them being best defensive forwards, but that's what the game told me. As you can see down there in the corner, all 5-star defensive, except for Krejci and Stahl, have 4.5. But everybody else, I think, has 5-star defense. From what I can see, yeah, everybody else has 5-star defense. And then our defense, we got Doughty, 5-star, and somehow Shea Weber's 4.5-star defensive. Oh no, he's 5. Never mind. I was looking at the shooting. 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. They should all be 5-star on the defensive side. Yeah. If I do decide to go a second year, when I do the re-sign phase, I'll try to keep the highest defensive players for like forwards and defense. Like I can't keep them all. I don't want to keep all the defense and have no good defensive forwards. There shouldn't be anybody scratched. I did it to the minimum. And then their AHL team actually, Teddy Purcell. There's some decent players down here. Scuderi Trotman. I always thought Trotman was going to be better than he was. Yeah, see, we have better goalies down here. If we wanted better goalies, but that's not what we're doing. He had higher potential in one of the earlier games. I think it was like 4.5 or 4-star. Jack Flynn. He used to play for Own Sound, I think. Own Sound Attack, that's where I am. Most people that watch my video probably already know that if they watch it, because, well, most of them know me, apparently. So this should be really fast. Our goaltending is now 6 overall. I'm going to go right up to the All-Stars. There should be no, pausing, other than, I guess there is the draft, which I completely forgot about. Other than for sending the scout out, but I'll just send them places for 6 weeks. So there's the first one. So 6 weeks to wherever. It doesn't really matter, because at the very most I'll probably only do this for 2 years. Well, not bad. 4-2 win. Oh, we're still winning with 36 overall goalie. Man, that might change when the real season starts, though, because most of the teams play their young rookie players in the preseason. There we go. 10-3 loss, 5-4 loss. 10-3, that's pretty bad. I'm sure Fast got pulled that game. 8-7 loss. So even with really good defense players, we still let in a lot of goals. 5-4 win over Philly. I think that guy played for Own Sound Attack too, if you saw that. There's going to be a lot of ice time morale whining because they're all first line forwards and they're playing on the fourth line. Well, I don't think Jordan Stahl would be a first line forward though. For Carolina, he might be, but not in the game. He's probably listed as a second line forward. I might have to move Ryan O'Reilly up. I should have went a month at a time anyway, instead of going all the way. I thought we might be doing better than this, though. Still, even with I did stop the simulation just now to see if any possible way I could move Ryan O'Reilly up, because I just keep seeing him up there. He does have that kind of attitude in real life where he thinks he's better, so he deserves more ice time. Move him. I'll put him on the third line for now. Yeah, he's listed as a first line forward. If he keeps crying, I'll switch him and Pavelski for a little while. See, everybody's listed as a first liner except for Jordan Stahl. Second line. Hosa's second line. But Krejci's first line too. But Krejci, oh yeah, he has been a little bit. The second year won't be as bad. I just leave them. Maybe let them cry about it, so that I can get the video done fast. I want to get the whole year. I want to get the whole year done. So in this video, so we can see how he grows. I'll go to the All-Star break and see if he's grown at all. So we're 4-7. Pittsburgh still beat us even without Sidney Crosby. But then they still got Malkin and Letang. Crosby's the only one I took because Letang was only a 90 for offensive or defensive awareness, and Hedman's our lowest with 91. So I always send them out to the CHL most of the time. I already know like some of the other players that are in the other leagues, what their potentials are. I've played a lot of franchise modes, so I not all of them, but I know some. It's not always the exact same though. Sometimes they change it up. Their overalls change. I know that. Their potential might stay the same, but their overalls don't. Because the one time I drafted Nolan Patrick, he was 80 overall, and then when I signed him and did all that, he was like 82 by the time the season started, and then the next time I drafted him, he was only 75, and he never grew over the off season. That's what I want to say. Off season, not preseason. I don't want them to make trades. They want players that aren't on our, but we already have like everything we could possibly need. I don't know why the trade block would say we need that. We don't need a defenseman. Okay, I don't want Bolsherman. Just buy him out like you did in real life. Leave me alone. I should have cleared the trading block saying that I didn't want anything, because I don't. So our 36 overall goalie with the best defensive players and great offensive players as well is still 8-16-1. I wish that would just go away. We're not that far away from the trade deadline though, so hopefully they will stop asking me for players. I don't even know how I could possibly take on that contract either. I know they lower the price tag of the players to get you in the salary cap, but usually it's like you're still right at the top. So yeah, there's lots of losses. We'll check out his save percentage and goals against average and everything after. It does take a long time simulating though, and with the edit scout and assignment and everything. And I'm not like a total professional. I don't have all the editing tools and stuff. If things go better, I might start getting stuff for the channel, but right now it's just for me and like a couple friends that watch it. So I guess there is something about me wanting a depth defenseman probably, because all our defensemen are so great and the computer doesn't realize that the injuries are off, so I don't need any players. If they want a depth defenseman, they should have a depth forward too, because I guess they do have a couple depth forwards in the AHL, but we got like two defensemen too. Trotman and I can't remember the other guy. Once we get to the All-Star break, I'm going to clear the trading block too, because I want to see if he grew at all. We'll be able to see it just by in the corner, but we'll see how much he grew, if at all. I'm assuming he would grow a little bit. I've done it before for AHL, but I was playing a lot, and most of the players after the first year, like even the ones that didn't have good seasons, they all still went up to like 61 overall. That's annoying. That keeps popping up, and they keep offering the same trade. I said no. Like in the old games, they used to get mad at you for doing that, offering them the same trade, but then they do it to you all the time. How was the AHL? Oh, the AHL's not bad. 20, 12, and 4 for the AHL. That's pretty good. When the hockey season starts, I plan on doing actual like hockey videos, talks with my face in them too, as opposed to just gaming. Mostly Leaf talk. I might also show 32, so he did go up, but our offense and defense went down by one because morale, most likely, because they're not happy with their ice time. I'm sure nobody's happy with their ice time. Even, yeah, see, so Hossa dropped to an 83. Stahl stayed the same, but Krejci's dropping. So I'll put Krejci up here. Yeah, he's dropping. Riley, he probably still wasn't happy with his ice time, but he wasn't as unhappy with it as these guys. I don't really care because Hossa's probably going to retire after this year anyway. Plus, I'm not going to have them. There's certain players I want to get back as the best defensive players, but let's see how much. Oh, no, it still says 36. Morale. I was looking for, yeah. Oh, he did go up though. Because all those were 36 before. Now it's 56, 50, 49. He just hasn't gone up in overall yet. Apparently. You can check here, progress reports, to see how many, yeah, only 16 so far. A lot of them go up by like 22. Yeah, 20, 14. Probably because he's not actually ready for the NHL, and obviously he's not 36 overall goalie, but he is getting a little bit better slowly, so just keep going, and maybe we will do a second year. Not today, but I decided though that I probably wouldn't be doing well, I might still do the GM mode, but I forgot to shut off. Oh well, we're almost at the trade day. I probably wouldn't do the Be a Pros until NHL 18 comes out again, because there's no way I'm going to finish my career in that time, because it comes out in September and we're in August now. Probably less than a month away I'll have NHL 18. Yeah, less than a month. And if I only do like one Be a Pro video day, that's only like 30 games. That's not even a whole well, it might be a whole season because of not starting and not starting, but I wouldn't go very far. So I thought I would do more what ifs and what happens videos until NHL 18 comes out. Well, let's go to, no, they don't really have much. Let's do defensemen now for 6 weeks. We're obviously not going to make the playoffs this year. I was hoping we would, but we don't. Definitely doesn't look like it. 18, 35, and 3. Yeah, we'd have to win like every single game now. The first thing I'm going to do for my channel, though, is buy a better headset and microphone. This one was like the cheapest one they had, and the earpieces click, and that's what you can hear. Vlasic's getting really upset about his ice time too. I like Vlasic. I kind of want him to be on the team next year, so I'm going to stop simulation and move him up. I don't care if I have to move Weber down or anything, because he does have one of the highest defensive awarenesses, 93, which is the same as Doughty and Suter, and I really like Vlasic, so yeah, he's dropping like crazy. So is Hedman. I don't want to put Weber on the third. Would he be okay on the second pairing? He'd be better on the second pairing. Keith's older. So maybe if I do that, or maybe if I switch it up, I'll put Vlasic, Doughty, Weber, Hedman, Suter, and Keith. So we got right. Those are our only two right shots. So if I was playing, I prefer to have right shots. I still hasn't gone up in overall yet. I want Vlasic back. It would be like if I could Suter, Doughty. Oh, actually Weber's a 94. Well, it'd be Weber and Vlasic, maybe, as our two best defensive defensemen that I'd try to sign. So we'll just go right to the end now. And then I'll try to get to the start of the next year. Well, not to the start of the next year, like to the draft. I won't do the draft in this video because I'm pretty sure this video is already going to be long. I thought it would be quick, but I don't think it is as quick. And because of the simulating, it takes longer, I think, on a PlayStation 2 than it does on an Xbox. We're starting to. We got 3 wins in a row. 3 wins and then 2 losses, so kind of. Not 3 wins and 3 losses. I was going to say we're going on a little bit of a winning streak, but 3 wins and 4 losses. 3 wins and 5 losses. I haven't been paying that much attention, but I'm pretty sure that's probably how the season has gone. 27, 42, and 4. Yeah, there's no way we're probably bottom of the league still, even with all those top defensive players. So yeah, I'll probably do a second year then to see, because I don't think he will grow that much the first year. We won't have as high of defensive players though, because we won't be able to keep them all. We might be able to keep 3 forwards and 2 defensemen, maybe, for the best ones. If you want the best defensive, so Bergeron probably. I think Bergeron's like is the best. Oh no, Taves, Bergeron, and Kane apparently, which is what I don't agree. That Kane and Bergeron are both equal defensively. For defensive awareness, Bergeron's won the Selke several times for a reason. Kane's never won, I don't think. So we'll go right up close to the draft day. I'll just simulate up to that. We'll find out who wins the Stanley Cup. I don't think our AHL team started to suck too. 30, 32, and 5. So they probably didn't make the Calder playoffs either. The Calder Cup playoffs. I don't know if they call that in the AHL. I know it's a Calder Cup. I have paid attention to it when the Marlies were doing good and the Leafs weren't. I don't know if they just call it the AHL playoffs or the Calder Cup playoffs, like the Stanley Cup playoffs. I don't know for sure. I would assume they do. And another scouting assignment. This will probably be the last scouting assignment, I think. Maybe it'll be Dallas. They got Jonathan Quick. Maybe they'll win the Stanley Cup with a good goalie. I don't think they're going to win the Stanley Cup this year with Ben Bishop, but I think they'll be better and they'll probably make the playoffs this year. If Ben Bishop... Oh, I didn't see that. I think that was Detroit. They won the Stanley Cup with Ben Bishop. I'll check the awards and stuff and see. Where are we? Yeah, we picked third overall. We probably got last, and we just got third overall in the lottery. I would think that record's bad enough to get last place. See who retired on our team. Yeah, Hossa, which I knew, and Scuderi was on the other team. So he dropped all the way down to a 79 because of ice time. Check out all. Yeah, Yager, of course. He might actually end up retiring this year. I should go by games played instead. Datsuk retired. Yager, Iginla, Doan. Where did Iginla end up? Chicago, yeah, okay. I traded all the players that I wasn't keeping on LA. Thornton, Chara, Hossa, Zubers, Ellis, Pronger, all those free agent guys retired. Mike Fisher, he really did retire too after this year. Brian Campbell did as well. Datsuk retired before this year. Out of the NHL, but he's still playing in KHL. Markov retired, but he didn't in real life. I think he's going to the KHL too. I don't know about Hanzus. He hasn't played for a couple of years, I don't think. Caberlet. I should have signed him. Roosevelt retired. Cleary. Giunta. We don't have to look at them all. I think that we got the main ones. Did any goalies retire though? Usually in the first year, I don't think there is. No, there's no goalies. Not this year. Edit trade block and clear it. That's weird that I don't want first round picks and stuff. I wanted to give them up, but our team didn't do very well this year. So I'm going to leave it up there, but we'll check the awards and stuff. So yeah, so it was Detroit. So Detroit won the Stanley Cup with Ben Bishop and whoever else. I don't know if they would have kept Mrazek and Jimmy Howard too or not. So Detroit won the Stanley Cup in a year where they really didn't even make the playoffs. Pittsburgh won the President's Trophy even without Crosby. Calgary made it to the finals against Detroit, and Detroit won. That seems weird. So while Art Ross, Patrick Kane, Phil Kessel won the Hart Memorial. That's nice. James Norris, Ekman Larson. Patrick Kane won the Lady Byng. Calder Memorial to Patrick Laine. Conn Smythe to Gustav Nyquist. Vezina to Pecorine. Ben Bishop wins William M. Jennings Award. Oh, with Jimmy Howard, so I guess they kept Ben Bishop and Jimmy Howard playing, and they either sent Mrazek down or traded him. Patrick Nemeth, not sure. I think it's Nemeth. Mikko Koivu won. The Selke. Kessel and Ovechkin. Ovechkin wins it every year, you can see. So, yeah, so that's what happened in the NHL. I didn't see who won the Calder Cup there. Chicago. The Chicago Wolves. We didn't even make the playoffs, so the AHL doesn't really matter. That was our top scorer. He only got 45 points. I will check and see how many points Patty Kane got, but apparently we went up to 77 for our goalie. I'm looking forward to getting to the trade. We'll see how much he went up. I can't go into 17, so he went up to a 54 overall. So from 36 to 54. Pavelski probably went down by 9, or 10, but he didn't. It didn't hurt his overall, but yeah, he was dropping because I think he was playing on the third line or second line, maybe. I don't remember. Some of these players went up. They don't matter though, because I'll probably only be doing another year if he grows enough. I just wanted to see what would happen. He didn't grow by that much, so I think I'll do another year. I'd like to make the playoffs with Fred Fast before I quit doing it, but we got to do 1 year, and that was good. So I'll see you again later. Have a wonderful day.